let's get rid of this rigmarole. The electricians, they earn a fortune. Well, this right, they do earn quite good money, but for good reason. If you think about it, you've got a socket in your house and it keeps tripping the fuse. What are you going to do? You're going to call up someone that's just going to come out and replace that socket, and that fuse that keeps tripping, it's going to happen again. Maybe not straight away, but just because all you've done is replace that socket, it's just going to keep happening. The same fault's going to be there. Now, if you call an electrician to come round and change the socket, he's going to test it. He's going to test that socket to see if there's any problem with the wiring, to see if there's any problem with the fuse, or to see if it's protected properly, so it's not going to cause a problem. Because normally, 9 times out of 10, if there's a problem, it's going to escalate into something worse later on down the line. Maybe a fire, or maybe melting, or it's going to blow your appliance up, something like that. So this is why electricians charge what they do, because of the skills and the knowledge that they've got. So many customers out there, when they say, right, I just want my sockets changed because it doesn't work. It doesn't work for a reason. This is why. You can't just say, right, it's an easy job, just come out here and change that socket. Yeah, you can just change the socket, but you're still going to have that problem. Do you want the electrician to come around to solve the problem, or do you want the electrician to come around to change your socket? Don't call an electrician, more likely do it yourself. Because at the end of the day, if an electrician's going to come round and change your socket, he's taking on the responsibility of that installation in effect. If anything goes wrong after that, it's his problem. So that, or hers, sorry. So they're going to check to see that that socket is going to last forever. That it's not just going to work for the next 5 minutes when they get out of there and get in their van and get back on the road. They're going to check to make sure that that socket will work forever and it'll be safe. And if anything happens, no one's going to get hurt. There will be times when you go around to a house and that problem is a bit of a tricky one to find. You do all your tests to make sure that that circuit is fine, but you don't find anything specific at that time, and it might keep tripping. The customer will phone you up, they'll say, bleeding heck, you changed this socket and it still keeps tripping. Well, just be patient. I'd rather that socket trip and do its job than cause a fire.